Hey guys, so working on the CNC plasma table. As you guys know, I picked this up used, so there's going to be issues with it. So I found another issue with it. It's crying. I don't know how well you can see that or not. Anyways, so it's leaking. You can kind of see this rust line from here up, and that's about where it's starting to leak out, all kind of around here. Kind of see on the ground where it's leaking, and back here it's leaking really bad. And on this one, I'm not going to crawl back there and show you, but it is it's like right on this seam, and you can kind of see where it's looks like it might be leaking through there too. If it was just on these sides, I might leave it as it is, but since it's on that bottom edge, this is eventually going to all drain out. I just put this fluid in there. I hadn't even made any cuts on it yet. So this 5-gallon bucket was about I think it's $158 or somewhere right around there. And I had to use 2.5 gallons of it. So you might can see the blue tint that's in there. So since all of that is, if it was just water, I'd just dump it out and redo it. And I probably should have done that. Put water in there first just to make sure, but pretty sure whenever we got it, it had water in it. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to drain this out. This takes about 40 gallons of water, somewhere right around there. I don't have a whole bunch of like 5-gallon pails. If I ever got around doing an oil change, there's 5 gallons, and that's only 2.5 gallons, so that doesn't really help. So I did pick up one of these drums. This came from one of our paper suppliers. They use the contents that's in there cleans these drum heads for big printers and stuff like that. So I cleaned this out, washed it out, so it's pretty clean. Like a little bit of junk in there, that's all right. So I washed it out several times, so it's clean, good to go. So we'll dump this water into here. We'll let this clean all my crap off of this. Probably pull out all these little slats again. Let everything dry out really, really good. And then we'll come in with some Flex Seal and let's see if that'll work. I think it will, because like I said, these are just kind of pinhole little holes, so I think that Flex Seal will be pretty good on there. So alrighty, hang on tight, let's get this going. Just a side note, this is where I mounted the box, kind of up out of the way, and then I'm going to run all the cables up and out that way. Anyways, so as you can see here, this is our drain. I had the hose on it, so should be able to turn that. Show you how I got this. I'll show you how I got this set up. So I have this down. Hopefully this will work. This hose actually needs to be about 2 feet longer. I don't know why that's not draining now. Okay, so that took incredibly way too long. Even way down there, it was still too high. Either that or my hoses are way too long to work. So we just got it on this one here. And I don't know if you'll be able to see or not. A little bit. You can kind of see it coming in. So just started. Like I said, I got a meeting area to go to, so I'm going to let this drain in here while I'm at the meeting, and hopefully it'll be all done whenever I get back. And we'll go from there. Yeah, my original plan was to put it on the back of the truck way down there, have it all drained down in there, and then whenever I needed to fill it back up, back the truck up, and it would be higher than this and drain down into there. So, oh well. This will have to work. And I have a small pump that I can use to pump it out. Be kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. Alright, I'll get back with you. Okay, got back from the meeting, and there is just, hello, there's just a little bit of water down there. So I'm going to use my vacuum to get the rest of this water out. And the other thing is that there's like 3 chambers. So there's that section there, this section here, and then all of this section. So I did use the little transfer pump. Just got that started, and it started getting the rest of this out, so that worked pretty well. And then this little rigid cordless vac. Everybody knows I'm a DeWalt fan, but man, this vacuum is really nice. All right, hold your ears. I'll turn it down a little bit. Alright, so this is all the time I can afford to give. Right now I still got to go to work. Deliveries, all that good stuff. So I vacuumed out as much as I can for now. And then this is actually a nice little air conditioner. Got a fan going on this to help dry it out. And then whenever I get home, we'll see if we can vacuum up some more water. And I'll leave this on here so it can help dry out faster. But yeah, we got about that full. So it's probably a full 55 gallons. Alright, we'll leave that there. Wind's starting to pick up, so I'll get back with you. Okay, so got it all cleaned off. We got all the slats out. I'm just stacking them all right here for now. Then we'll come through here, vacuum everything I can up, and then we'll start the process of cleaning up these edges and down in the corners as much as we can. Okay, I'm going to finish doing this. Oh, I guess I'll get back with you. Okay, so I think I'll just do a little bit of this. I got a mask on and glasses on, hearing protection. This is going to be my weapon of choice for now. And I'll see if I can kind of get down in there like this somehow or another. So alrighty, I'll do as much as I can and get back with you. Okay, so came with the wire wheel, got most of this knocked off. Now to get in between here, just using a manual brush. Good old manual brush. And fortunately it fits right in there real snug. Let's see, maybe this way. Alright. So we'll keep doing that all the way around. Especially on that side. And then up through here. And then we'll vacuum it out and see how good we are. We might be done, I don't know, we might have to come back. So okay, so I got it about as clean as I'm going to get it. Went through, wire wheeled as much as I could, and then came back with the brush. Went in between all the slats that I could, went even on top of where these are pushed together. Focus, there we go. Looks like there's 3 separate beds. We have this small section here, that small section, and then this larger section here. So what I'll do is I'll come along the seam and put some silicone on there as well as this seam, and then in each of these corners I'm going to put seam, well, like right in here. I'll put some right in that corner, because that's where obviously the water is going to sit all the time. So we'll do that, let that cure and dry, whatever we got to do, and then we'll come back with some Flex Seal. I do need to wait for it to warm up a little bit. It is a bit cooler, so I want to make sure that we get a good bond. And I also went like in between this outside panel and this panel. I brushed it up as much as I could. I don't really know how I'm going to get Flex Seal in that, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. We'll see what we can do, if anything. And then like I want to do the outsides of this, as well as the outside of that and the outside of that. Like I said, all over. And hopefully we'll get good results. So, alright, hang in there. A couple more days. This should be done. Alright, well, I can't find my good camera, and I only have so much time to do this. So hopefully I can get this done and we can find my camera and smash everything together and we got a video. But where we left off was I finished basically kind of scraping and get as much of the rust and crust and all that stuff off as I can. Now what we got to do is we're going to get some acetone on a towel and wipe off all the surfaces. Have my brush here, have some Flex Seal here, and I'm just going to brush this on the outside and in between this panel and this panel. I can't really get to it with the aerosol, but I do have the aerosol, so I can spray the outside, hopefully spray down in these corners and stuff. And then for the seams, I'm going to finish peeling up these. It's just the old silicone that's in there, and reapplying that. And we'll do that all along these seams here, this way, and all the way up there. Since I'm on my phone, I really have no way of holding my phone and this at the same time. I don't have a big fancy like little holder thing or nothing, so just gonna have to go with this. So let me wipe all this down, and then I'll get back with you. Alright, so we got a bead of the Lexel laid down, so I'm just going to come in and spray the sides and try to spray down in here as best as I can, and then I think I'll also maybe dribble some of the other down. So this Lexel didn't lay down as quite like I wanted it to, but I don't think it was leaking from these. So alright, I'll get back with you. Alrighty, so got a pretty good thick coat on there, on the outside and the inside. I don't know what I was thinking. There's 6 screws on each one of these panels, all the way down, and the panels come off. I was originally thinking that that's what kept the legs from weeble wobbling, but I thought the inner pan would kind of keep it from doing that. So I took one off just to find out, and I was good with that. So took these panels off, grinded it down, and then cleaned it off, and then put some of the Flex Seal on. I did not use any of the paint, since I was able to get to pretty much everything. I did put Flex Seal on top of the Lexel all the way down here and in this channel here. So I'm going to let that cure. I might even get another small can just to put it extra thick. Let's see. I don't think you'll be able to see, but I tried to put it pretty thick down, at least on the edge, all the way down. So hopefully that'll work. And I started running out, and it kind of started spitting and sputtering and all that. And I got a little bit of overspray in a couple places, but that's all right. Yeah, so that's where we're at tonight. So the next part you'll see is filling it back up with water. So I'll let you know if I spray another coating on there, or if I think this is good. Like I said, I put it on pretty thick, and it was 2 full cans. One of the, I forget what it is, a 16 ounce, and then one is a 14 ounce, or it's a 16 ounce and an 18 ounce, whatever it is. So anyways, alright, I'll get back with you. Okay, so it's been like 2 weeks, I guess. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but I think it's pretty good now. Had the boys help me put this back in. So anyways, I think we got everything pretty good. I coated the outside best I could, coated the inside. I did 2 coats on the inside. Like I said, they were just barely leaking, so hopefully that's good enough. My end goal is I want to see if I can squeeze a couple of years out of this, to see, one, if I can make my money back on it, and then 2, if it does, then maybe look for a newer machine, maybe a more user-friendly machine, something like that. So I have this little pump here. I just got it out, but basically has a little electric motor, and oh, we got ice down in there. Oh, it's all solid. Well, I guess I'm not going to be filling this up. Let's check this one. Yeah. Well, this is our first full day above freezing. So, I can... Oh, there we go. Maybe we can get a lot of it out, some of it out. I don't know. Put that down like that. Put the hose over in here like this. Turn the little on button on. There it goes. And we'll just kind of let that run. I'll put a link in the description for this. You can also get them at Harbor Freight. I don't know if Amazon is cheaper or Harbor Freight. It's probably made by the same company. I don't know. So I guess check that out. See if Harbor Freight is cheaper, or the link down there. But I use this to suck out the hydraulic fluid in that Bobcat. So it was slow going, but it still worked. So And you see, it comes out a pretty decent melt. So it also has this little thing here. So whenever you don't want to use it, just let it go. It'll drain out. There you go. And whenever you're ready. Alrighty. I'm going to put a little on this side, and then I'll put a little on the other side, just to see if it's going to leak or anything. And to do, what, 55 gallons, it'll probably run the batteries out of this. But we'll figure it out then. Alright, I'll get back with you. Okay, so I'm out of breath, sorry. Got that heating up. You can see all the ice. I was able to manhandle this one up here. It was a bit heavy. And there is ice in this one too, so I won't get all of it, but now most of that's out. I should be able to just lift this up, tip it upside down. And that would be the ice. So I'll just let that drain overnight. I'm going to turn this off and let the sun do its thing tomorrow. And the battery's died. So I've been using this for quite a while, so it doesn't surprise me. Okay, I'll get back with you. Oh, but as of right now, no leaks. I see on the ground. Around here, up through here. That doesn't count. I did that whenever I was trying to do the manual pump. So, okay, I'll get back with you. Alright, so it's next morning. There's still some ice in here. If you hear that or not. So, we'll just let that kind of do its thing. I did remember that we had this. It's for the ducks, the duck pond, and the duck water, to keep it from freezing. Look at that, fits right in there. So I'm going to leave that in there. I got to do a couple errands this morning, and then hopefully that'll be mostly thawed out, and I'll get back with you. Yeah, it's still pretty icy. Alright. Alrighty, so we got it all in. Instead of it pumping, we left probably about maybe that much in there, and then I had the boys help me pick it up, and we just dumped it in there, and yeah, that went pretty quick at that point. So I think that is about the right level that we need. I don't know, maybe it needs to be just to the top of these. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to let this sit for, well, a couple days. I don't think there's going to be any leakage or anything like that. But anyway, so that's how I fixed this. I think this video is going to be pretty choppy because this took probably about a month to do, just because of cold weather and time and all that stuff. So if you're one of the ones that just skipped to the end, basically all we did was we drained this out. We put some silicone on the seams. No. So basically we drained all this out, let it air dry, get nice and dry. We got all the rust and scale and all that stuff off, and then cleaned it off with acetone, came back through with some caulking, and then after that we went through with the Flex Seal, and we went all on the outside, on the edges, down in the seams, and then on the actual outside as well, and on the bottom around the edges. So, and then we filled it back up. So so for those of you that think my videos are too long, that's the cliff notes of it. So so far this is working. If this has been a couple of years and you're checking back on it, or it's your first time and it's been a couple of years, drop a comment and ask if it's still holding up, and I'll let you know. Like I said, I may wind up selling this. I don't know for sure yet. It just depends how well I can do. So, alright, you guys rate and comment. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.